Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Mendy, and this is episode 48 of the Battleship Brawl Season 3 tournament. This episode, we've got a league battle going on between the CS7 Mark 8 and, yeah, a little bit of issues with starting it up. So we're 3 seconds in technically, but yeah, no big deal. Nothing's really happened yet. That's why the guns are all aiming and everything. But anyways, it's CS7 Mark 8 by Slain going up against the SQS Narwhal by Xanderzu. A bit of an interesting battle here because both of these ships are at 4.5 lives, so whoever wins here is a champion. Let's find out who that's going to be. CS7 Mark 8 fires the first shot. That one lone shot for some reason, and then its big volley of high explosive followed by its armor penetrating. Ooh, nice turn there. Managed to dodge some shells, but it did take some hits. Lost one gun. Let's see how the Narwhal is doing. It took some, wow, those are some pretty big holes ripped in the deck of the Narwhal. But that thick deck armor is actually doing, oh, but that just knocked out that turret. Wow, that knocked out a lot. I don't know what exactly that hit, but the CS7's guns just knocked out several of the Narwhal's guns. Oh, we're heading for a head-on collision if things keep going this way. Yep. But honestly, with a lot of the Narwhal's guns damaged, this is a pretty advantageous position for the CS7. Oh, the Narwhal's getting capsized by the CS7 Mark 8's powerful rudders. It's a pretty fast ship. It's getting run over, ground up against. Both ships losing blocks from the collision. Oh, it's getting pushed down under the water. It's getting disqualification time now because it's down too far. And the CS7 Mark 8's just sitting on top of it. Oh wow, this is kind of brutal. And some of the CS7 Mark 8's guns are still able to fire downward into the Narwhal, which is now completely capsized. Yeah, I don't think the Narwhal has anything it can do at this point. I mean, it's upside down under the water. Even if it manages to rise back up to not get disqualified, none of its guns are going to function right because it's under the water. And the CS7 Mark 8's popping up, almost capsized itself, but it is managing to, is that a, oh, it's an 80% in sinking despawn for the Narwhal. Oh, jeez, that was kind of brutal. I guess the CS7 Mark 8 really wanted to be a champion here, huh? So yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut here, and I'll do a quick overview of the CS7 Mark 8, our newest champion. Newest ship to get added to the Hall of Champions here. Alright, so here we are. This is the CS7 Mark 8 by Slain. It's a very sleek looking design with the superstructure sort of angled in the back so that all of these guns here in the front, and yes, the barrels are short enough so that they don't clip through one another when they rotate full 360, because the first version of the CS7 Mark 8 that got sent in actually had that problem and I had to reject it, and then the barrels got shortened. So yeah, those barrels are short enough, so these guns can aim and fire, you know, pretty much a full 360 degrees. Plus, with them only being the firing piece and the barrels above the armor, it makes them pretty durable. They aren't prone to getting hit in the armor and then the wonky explosion mechanics blowing it up. So let's take a look at these guns. These ones up here, 16.57 second reload time, 2-meter shells. So this thing is firing 2-meter shells. It also has 16 millimeter shells, more 2 meters, another 16. I wonder what this thing is. A huge barreled gun. It's a 1320. It's interesting. What about back here? We've got 2 meter, 1616, and probably more 2 meter. I'm getting nope, 1585. Huh? Very varied. Very varied. Eloquent of me. Varied.
Listening.
Calibers here for a grand total of 17 guns that can fire on a full broadside. That's some significant firepower there, for sure. All right. Next up, we'll take a look at how this thing's speed is. It is a very fast ship. It gets way up there, 21.6. You know, 21.8. It's right there. Pretty. Oh, I saw 21.9 there for a moment. Pretty much as fast as you can get a ship going. Oh, I actually jumped over there for a brief moment, but that's minor. That was just waves or so. I don't know. But I'm not gonna revoke this thing's championship because it went over 0.1 for like a tenth of a second. It's not. It's consistently under. That's the important thing. All right. So the turning rate, pretty decent turning rate. It's actually a pretty good turning rate, all told. This thing is very fast, agile, and has some pretty good weapons on it. Not the most firepower we've seen, but definitely a good amount of it. A lot of explosive damage, even in the kinetic shells. But the pure explosive ones, really heavy explosive damage. So, all right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna go into build mode and blow this up a little bit so we can take a look at the armor scheme here. So we've got 2 layers of wood, 2 layers of stone, 3 layers of stone, and then a metal space, and then more metal around the guns. And then this, let's see what this compartment is exactly. Oh, it's just a compartment. It's just space. Okay, so very nice armor scheme. It's effective and cheap. Not the heaviest armor. Like I don't see any heavy armor in the main armor itself. So penetration depth shells won't have too much of an issue punching through this. But there's so many guns and the way they're configured on this ship that its defense becomes redundancy rather than armor. There was some heavy armor I saw when I was zipping through here earlier. Right in here, around the fuel, the engine, and I'm assuming the AI is probably in here somewhere. If it's not, wherever it is probably heavy armored as well. These are important components that, yep, there's ammo in here too, and did they change the, or is it because it's blown up? Oh, it's because it was blown up. I was like, those ammo makers look really strange. I'm not sure where exactly the AI is, but I'm sure wherever it is, it's got to be somewhere in this heavy armor stuff. There's a lot of open space on the inside of this ship, so if an explosive, like if a penetration depth shell does hit, say, right here, and goes through, like it can go through this armor rather easily, but then it just detonates in the middle of an empty, you know, compartment. It might be able to blow through this 1 meter thick metal and then get at the turret. But where is... but no, it would not be able to do that very easily because the turret block is actually down here. And because... now, I'm not sure how it would work in that case, but I know that if a sub-object like a turret if the explosion cannot draw line of sight to the turret block itself, then it will not damage the sub-object. So like if a shell hit right here and detonated, even if it blows up this metal beam here, it will not damage the turret unless it blows up enough of these wood beams so that it can draw line of sight to the turret block down here at the bottom. That's actually a pretty clever way of protecting the turret there. At least I think that's how it works. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works, and that's actually a pretty nice way of doing it. So yeah, this is the CS7 Mark 8 by Slain, our newest champion, voted into the Hall of Beauty. If you'd like to have this ship be in the Hall of Beauty, upvote the comment saying inducted into the Hall of Beauty. If you don't, then upvote the comment that says do not do it. Simple as that. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.